right-hand bounce. Back past Marv, a deep three on the way. Yes! Marvin Crochet gets the Purple Eagles in flight. 3-0 Niagara. Dominic Robb. Now Dom trying to back down Warren. Double team comes. Dom's jump stop in the paint. Finger roll, yes. Oh, the great rotation there by Dominic Robb. That was the difference. Line didn't let him get a clean look. Here's Marv in the front court. His three, around and down. Marvin Crochet with his second three of the ball game. 4-14. Back past Marv, a three from the wing. That one good. Marvin Crochet, 3 first-half threes. Back pass to Crochet. 15 to shoot. Marv will hoist another three. Swish! 4 first-half three-pointers for Marvin Crochet. He's got a dozen. Fragala's got it. Dominic Fragala into the paint. High-arcing runner. Good! Dominic Fragala creating. And it's a 20. They'll wait for Quacamenza to set the screen. Doesn't use it. Blows past the defender and lays it in. James Towns with 4. Tate has it. Khalif Tate off a screen. He'll pull up. Right elbow jumper. Good. An extended right elbow jumper for Leaf. Presence there altered that shot. There's Crochet with it. He'll hoist a three. Good! Count them up. 5 first-half threes for Marvin Crochet. His triple. No good. Offensive rebound, Dom. Reverse layup, yes. Dom. Here's James with it along the right wing. Double team comes. Now we'll back out the dribble. James pulls up. Right elbow jumper. Swish. James Towns with that quick first and then second step, and then he screeches the brakes. Out to Barton. Ball fake. Now to Leaf. A three from the wing. Yes! Khalif Tate shoots Niagara into the lead. 4 slams on the brakes. Now to Leaf. A three from the right wing. Swish! Now to Towns. Now to Leaf. His three is on the way. That one's good. Khalif Tate, 3 threes to open up this second half. He's not right. Pass now to Marv. Here's Crochet. He'll rise up. Shot in the way. That one is good. They never. Right wing to Tate. Khalif. Chest pass now to Crochet. He'll rise up. Left elbow jumper. Good. Building gets quiet. Free throw is good. That one slithered over the front rim. Well, congratulations, Marvin Crochet, the 47th member of the 1,000-point club here at NU. Goes to the baseline, picks up his dribble. Now to Dom in the paint. One dribble off glass. Good! Niagara has the lead. Purple Eagles last lead at 47-44, but they lead it now 71-70. Shea a three. That one partially deflected. Saved by Dom. To Tate, a three for the lead. Good! Khalif Tate buries the three with 0.2 seconds left. He has brought them out of their seats here inside the Gallagher Center. Tate for 3, 77-74. 0.2 left. And three-quarter court, no good. And this game is over. The Purple Eagles find a way, folks, to win this one by the final score of 77-74. Wow.
Well, I think 2 things. The first thing I thought was I thought that we were fortunate to win this game, and I thought we did it in practice the previous 2 days. I thought our guys did a really good job of simulating what they do offensively. They're very tough to guard. They got multiple skilled guys. They run some good stuff, but I thought we did a good job in practice of learning it and running it and guarding it. And I thought it helped us a bunch of times in the game. And then the second thing is I'm just proud of our guys because we stayed tough, you know. I don't think we played particularly well the entire length of the game. I do think that some of that was due to them. But I don't think that they played great at spots in the game either, and that was due to us, you know. So we did enough things to win. Huge play at the end by Dom Robb with the tip and Leaf shot, obviously. James had a great floor game. Chris Barton did a good job on Matt Morgan in the second half. You know, I think we held him to 6 in the second half, and that guy can really play. Marv made some good plays. You know, we got good minutes off the bench. And then Marv at the end of the game just wanted the ball and basically played point forward. and facilitated, and also got to the foul line and made baskets for us. So I thought we executed well out of timeouts at key points in the game. And our defense was just good enough to win. Not easy team to guard, well coached and not easy to guard.
Last week when you came in, part of your opening statement was you mentioned that games are won different ways. And these past 2 games, you guys have really hunkered down defensively. You guys have them scoreless 2 of the last 3 minutes of today's game to get back into it. What is it that your defense, really just kind of, holds itself together there late in the game?
Well, I think it's more so than the actual defense. I think it's the mentality of the guys that are on the floor. Like there's a mentality of wanting to win, and sometimes you'll play really well and sometimes you won't play as well, but you always have to be determined to win and find a way, find a way to win the game, and we did that today. So our defense was good at the end, but I thought more of it was our mentality, of hey, find a way, just find a way, and I thought we were able to do that. And then part of that, Chris did a really good job, on Matt Morgan down the stretch.
Going off of that, part of that mentality, you say hustle is part of that as well? Because obviously, even when you're not necessarily, when you're holding them from getting points, you guys are also able to get defensive rebounds and start their possession at one shot.
Yeah, and it gets us in transition too when you get stops, which I think we're very good at. What we talked about in the locker room was more of that for the entire stretch of the game. Particularly, one of the things we say a lot is first 5, last 5. First 5 minutes of each half, last 5 minutes of each half. Most important parts of the game. And we weren't good at the end of the 5 minutes in the first half, but we were really good at the end of the 5 minutes in the second half. And those are important points in the game.
Yeah, Khalif, for you, you got a big second half. What was it really that got you going early on? You had 2 quick threes there to start the second half, and you kind of really took control of certainly the scoring part. What was it that really got you going?
I just told myself I got to make big shots, just make shots, because the team need me. Like it was a team effort right here. Team went right. Cool.
Yeah, you mentioned wanting to, be a part of that scoring and, being a big part of that scoring. How much did your success early in that half build your confidence for that last shot?
I felt very comfortable shooting the ball from behind the arc, mixing my game a little bit because I knew they were going to try and run on the 3-point line, so pump fake, mid-range jumper. Like, I work on that every day, so I feel comfortable shooting the ball.
Is it good to see that finally pay off?
Yeah.
Mark, for you, just talk about, Khalif and, his confidence out there. Obviously you had the big free throws there. Just talk about, what you saw in him and the confidence that you saw him play with today, certainly in that second half.
He just picked it up. He's one of them guys who's always, his motor is always high as well as mine. He always working every day. He always put a countless amount of hours in the gym. So basically when you can say I slowed down in the second half, he picked it up. He picked me up. Yeah, that's how I got going. Seeing him scoring got me going, and I'm like, all right. So he picked me up, and he was very confident, and that's always good for us because he's one of our guys. JT, like every night is going to be somebody different. That's just how versatile our team is. So I felt very proud of him.
Yeah, Coach said that you were, trying to be the facilitator out there in that second half, certainly late in the game. Were you, what was kind of going through your head to try to look to get the ball to the guys that could try to make something happen?
It got to a point in the game where we was down, and I'm like, man, we need this win. Yeah. I got to pick it up. So I started making big shots, and I realized, I'm like, man, in my head, I feel like nobody can guard me. So in my head, I'm looking at Case. I'm like, come back to me, come back to me. I see what they're doing. So whenever I drive, they can't bring a double down. When I drove, when I came off the screen, it was a wide open jump shot. When I drove, Leaf in the corner, maybe he got it one more. Like it was just stuff that I was seeing in the beginning of the half that it happened to work out at the end of the half.
Coach, you talked about last week trying to get players involved every night and hoping that every night you have a different player or two step up. Last week it was Chris and Raheem. Today it was again Chris defensively, and then obviously Khalif having a solid second half. Talk about what you've seen in him, Khalif, throughout the season, and certainly this past week that kind of culminated to today's performance.
Well, I always tell him a couple things. I got high expectations for him, first of all, because he's extremely talented. And Marv is right. He has a motor, and you know, people with a motor tend to do well at whatever they're trying to do well at. And you know, I tell him and all our guys, you know, shoot the ball when you're open. You know, he missed a couple. You know, he made a bunch. You know, and then there was a couple at key points. Like I think there was one he had open at the top. You know, where I think we were down 2 at the time, and it was good look. You know, and didn't drop. You know, but at that point, you got to say the same thing: shoot it again. You know, and I think that's what helps you make that one on the wing. You know, at the end of the game. You know. When guys put in a lot of work, I have confidence and trust in what they're going to do, you know, and our whole team does that. And so consequently, I trust their decisions out there. I tell them all the time, practices are mine, games are yours. You know, that's your opportunity to go shine and play well. And, you know, he's scratching the surface of what he can be, you know, and he'll keep coming and he'll keep climbing and getting better and better.
Mark, when you came in, you sat down and immediately looked at the free throw attempts and saw that you know, it was not your best night at the free throw line. That said, to come down and, you know, hit the big free throws there at the end, you know, knowing that you have been struggling throughout the game, you know, what were you doing to try to calm yourself and just not get in your own head to try to get those free throws? I
was telling myself that I work on this every day. Every day I'm in the gym shooting free throws. Every day you work on this, you work on this. Just next shot. Coach always says it's always next shot. But I'm a senior at the end of the day. I mean, I missed 6 free throws, that's big. But the 2 that we needed the most, I made it. But also, I'm a senior, so at the end of the day, I have to, that's what seniors do, step up.
Yeah, you know, it kind of is kind of put on the back burner with the shot from Khalid, but you know, the first set of free throws you got you over 1,000 points. You know, how did it feel to eclipse that mark?
It's an honor to be. It's an honor. I just want to thank all my coaches who put countless hours of work. I put in a lot of work with most of my coaches. Some coaches that's not here. That's also that put a lot of work in, and it's just an honor to be up there. And you can see my name, all the greats from Niagara. Like that feels good.
Coach, same question for you to have, you know, a player like Marv and everything that he brings to the team, for him to get that achievement. You know, just, you know.
Yeah, I'm really proud of him for that. I mean, it's well deserved. He's worked for it, you know. And the thing about him and all our guys is that, you know, he'll celebrate that, but then he'll be more concerned about going and winning on Wednesday, you know. You know, those things are milestones that you have to be proud of, you know, and those are goals you have individually that you should have, you know, and aspire to attain. But I like the mentality of our guys is the more the concern is going and getting one on Wednesday, having 2 good practices and getting one on Wednesday.
You also mentioned at the end of last week's press conference that, you know, with the win over Pitt and last Sunday's win, you were looking to build a streak, and after today's win, you're on a 3-game win streak. How does it feel to kind of, you know, close a 3-game losing streak and open up a 3-game win streak?
It feels good. Every win feels good, you know, and, you know, we talk about going on streaks during the year, you know, and, you know, trying to put piece wins together. You know, one after another, you know, and those are the types of things that make your season. Winning close games makes your season, and, you know, going on streaks make your season. So we're in the midst of a little one right now, and we got more work to do on the road next week to continue that streak.
Talk about the atmosphere tonight. I've covered quite a few games here, both men's and women's, and that was probably the loudest I've heard it. You know, to have the fans behind you guys. You know, either 3 of you can answer this, but to have the fans behind you guys, how much did that mean as well, and play into your guys' confidence up there?
Why don't you take that? Because we've had that discussion.
Well, it's always good when our fans come in and that's the atmosphere we need. You see, at the end of the game where we went on a little slump, where they was there, they was picking us up. It always feels good. As for me, I'm an emotional player, so when I hear a lot of that energy, people yelling, like it feels good. Like, it gives me more confidence that they believe in us, and we got to believe in ourselves, and that pull the team together, and we believe in ourselves. And look, today we came up with the win.
You know, and I'll add to that you know, the work that these guys put in is significant. I'm not just talking about basketball. I'm talking about over the entire span of what their responsibilities are. And they represent this university in outstanding fashion. you know, and the more people we get in that gym, the more it becomes a home court advantage, because it is a hard place to play when you get people in there, you know, and on these type games, it helps lift you, you know. So I'm comfortable with sending the message out. A great job by the fans in this game, pulled us over the top, and we need more of you. You know, get your friends in here, get your families in here, and get more people to root these guys on, because they deserve it.